Good afternoon, guys. It's William with Patriot Containers. I'm making this video again because I used to have a video on how to avoid scams, and I think I had to take it down because of I was using some of these companies' names that are ripping you guys off. There's two types of scams in my eyes. There's companies that overpromise everything to make a sale, and then under-deliver everything, and you were totally hoodwinked. They tricked you on every step of the way, but eventually you got a product that you did not like. They weren't accountable. Are those legitimate scams? Yeah, I think they ripped you off. I think they lied to you. There's a definition of a scam. In my eyes, there's two types of scams. Crappy companies and companies that steal your money, and there's nothing you can do about it. This video is about scams, like legitimate scams, not crappy companies, scams. Scams started popping up. So I've been doing this for 11 years on my own, probably 13 years total. Own my own business for 11 years. Back in 2022, 2021, is where I started hearing about scams, where somebody would call me and say, we lost our money. And you start asking questions. Well, how did that happen? And so what I learned is that there's companies out there that will say they're half price as everybody else that's trying to sell you a used container, but they're going to sell you a new one for half the price of everybody else that's selling used. It can't happen. And so it's kind of ingenious if you want to rot in hell, I guess. But you know, these companies, they have every trick in the book to get you. So these types of companies that are scams, that are stealing your money to where you can't get it back, but you get nothing, they will go as far as saying they're with Patriot Containers or another company, or go to this depot and see all the containers there and then call me back and place your order. They're that good. They have invoices that will say a company name on it. They'll send it to you. You can Google the address. It's a real depot. So there's ways to avoid this, and there's one way that will protect you from getting scammed. The point of this video is how to see it. So again, if you call all these companies and everybody's in the same ballpark for a used container, and then you call a company and goes, well, we'll sell you a brand new one with doors all the way around it for like, half the price. They don't want to give it to you for $500, but they know that everybody else is higher, so they're going to give it to you at a price you can't deny, and then they're going to tell you how to pay for it, and once you do that, they're gone. So the reason I bring up this video, though, is I had a repeat buyer of mine. He might have bought 15 to 20 containers over the years from me, and he still calls and buys containers. We have a very good, friendly relationship, and we joke, he jokes, whatever. So he goes, hey man, I'm looking for, my buddy is looking for two 40-foot standard new containers. And can you beat the price? And I go, well, what has he been quoted? So we're going to have some basic math here. He says he's been quoted $6,000. And I go, each? I go, I could blow that out of the water. So I give him a price. I go in thin on my profit because it's two containers, repeat buyer, take the order, make repeat business. And then he calls back and he goes, hey man, he wasn't getting each container for $6,000. He was getting them both for $6,000. Now these are 40-foot new one trippers. So that being said, his delivery is like $690 or $750. So if you take $3,000 divided by 2, which is 3,000, minus, let's just say 700, meet in the middle. That means he's getting a brand new 40-footer for $2,300. It's physically impossible for my cost alone on the containers is $3,400. So I'm trying to convince my customer, I'm like, hey man, he's going to get scammed. He's going to get scammed. Make sure he doesn't do this. Watch out for this, blah, 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 blah. The problem is his friend thinks he's going to get 2 brand new 40-footers delivered for $6,000. The math does not add up. So how do you prevent that from happening? Number one, they will not take credit card because you can get your money back that way. They might accept a check, but you can cancel a check. The business has got to be in America. You just never know where that check's going to. How these companies get away with scamming is they tell you to pay by wire, by ZELLE, by all these cash apps where once you send the money, there's nothing you can do to get your money back. That's how you guys get scammed. I even tell you guys that to not do that with the crappy companies that actually deliver products. Once you send money that way, you have no leverage, no control of anything. So what happens though is, let's say you are smart, and some people do send money this way and they lose thousands of dollars and they don't get anything and there's nothing they can do. It's gone. It's sad, but it is what it is. But let's say you go, hey, I'm not going to ZELLE you any money. And now what their second approach is, okay, we'll take a down payment. It could be $500, it could be $1,000, it could be $1,500. They will try to shake you down for anything that they can get out of you because something is better than nothing. I can't believe that this industry that I've been in for 13 years has gone this low. It's pretty low in some of what these crappy companies are doing to you guys and feeding you a bunch of lies and then delivering a crappy container. I also believe that some of these companies that you guys are buying from, they want you to pay by ZELLE, and they'll knock off 3%, but they'll charge you 3% if you use a card. I almost feel like you're sealing your fate. Once you send your money by ZELLE, they are going to purchase you the crappiest container possible and up their profit margins, because now there's nothing you can do. You have no leverage. So here's the deal. The number one way to just not get scammed at all: don't pay by wire, don't pay by ZELLE, don't pay any form of payment where you cannot get your money back. Now, that being said, there's companies now that say, well, we will do cash on delivery, but we won't take cash on delivery. We'll take payment on delivery. Well, if they do bring you out a crappy container and you don't pay for it, they send you to collections now. So anyways, don't get scammed. Watch out for these companies. They are tricking you. And just the number one way to not get scammed, it's very easy. No wire, no ZELLE, no Cash App, none of that money app crap where once you send the money, you gave it away and they're gone and you get nothing. Do not do that. That's the only way to not get scammed. So anyways, guys, that's it. Have a great one. Monday the 4th. Bye.